Some weird stuff has been going on in the studio today. Have you ever had that feeling like you're being watched? Sorry guys, I've got to take this. Somebody's been calling me all morning. Hello?
Hello, Melissa. What's your favorite scary movie?
Wait, this isn't Movie Matthew. Look, I don't have time for this.
The two of you got phone calls?
Yeah, us too. What's your favorite scary movie?
It was the killer's voice. From Stab. Or, I mean, you know, from your life. I'm Kirby, by the way. I'm their friend.
And the killer didn't call you?
No. Is that a bad thing? Does that mean that I'm not gonna live as long as these two?
No. Maybe. Of course not. Just be careful.
Oh my God, did you hear that? I'm gonna be next.
Hi, Melissa.
Hi, Hayden. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing just fancy, thank you. The Scream films are a huge franchise. What was your selling point that made you say, I have to be a part of this film?
I loved the fact that it was not just a sequel and it was not just a remake. It's more like a reboot. And to have the people involved in it that are involved and bring Neve Campbell and Courtney Cox and David Arquette back and have Wes Craven directing it, which was a big pushing point for me, is that Wes was going to be there and directing it. And what an amazing man to work with.
I actually wanted to ask you about that because I am a huge fan of horror films, and Wes Craven is one of my favorite directors. What was it like to work with Wes Craven?
It's unreal. He's so calm. He's such a calm guy, and he's so not what you would expect from him. You expect him to be kind of creepy. You're like, you know, you like to scare people half to death. That's what you do for a living. You gotta have something funny about you. But he's oddly normal, and he's very funny, and he's kind of shy and quiet. But he loves what he does so much, and you can just see that. It pours out of him. So to be on set with somebody like that who genuinely wants to be there and who loves what they do, it rubs off on everyone.
For me, I started watching horror films at a very young age, which was normal to me, but I don't know, weird for other people. Now, you were about 7 when these films first came out. When was the first time you actually got to watch the Scream films?
I can't say that there's a specific moment where I remember watching the first one for the first time, but I remember those films very vividly, and I remember being terrified of them. I mean, it was just that combination of the masked person, the Halloween aspect of it, and then there's the reality of it, which is there's something just really terrifying about a guy or a girl or a person. In the past it's been guys, it's been girls running around with a mask on trying to stab you.
I've heard working on a horror film can be kind of stressful, but I've also heard that it can be a ton of fun. How was your experience?
I had a blast. I had the most amazing time doing it, but because it was such an ensemble piece, it wasn't the entire movie from beginning to end. You know, that kind of being in a horror movie for me. I can see what they mean by it being stressful at times because it's so much energy all the time, you know, every little nuance, every little moment, which this being my first horror movie that I've ever done, it was really interesting to see all the little nuances that had to be a part of the scene in order to get the audience to go on this journey with you, to be afraid with you. So it takes a lot of energy out of you.
You mentioned that this is your first horror role. What other types of roles are you looking to play?
That's tough. I've always wanted to play someone crazy, okay? There's the honest
That's
truth.
Awesome.
I've always wanted to play someone crazy, you know, or a real character that you could really develop and really change yourself.
When you aren't actually working or on camera, what are some of your favorite films to watch?
What do I like to watch? You know, I like comedies. I'm a big comedy person. I mean, it depends on whether you're going to the movie theater or you're sitting at home with friends. But sitting at home with friends, it's either a scary movie or a comedy.
Hayden, I thank you so much for your time. I actually get to go see the film tomorrow, which is before this actually airs, but I cannot wait to see it.
Oh, good. Well, I hope you enjoy it.
Take care.
Sleep with your lights on.
Film Fiend will be right back.
Welcome home, Sydney. You're a survivor, aren't you, Sydney? What good's it to be a survivor if everyone close to you is dead? You can't save them. All you can do is watch.
Modern audiences have become savvy to the rules of the originals. I mean, there are still rules, but the rules have changed.
And the kill's gotta be, like, way more extreme.
The unexpected is the new cliche.
And virgins can die now.
To be the new version, 2.0, the killer should be filming the murders.
Yeah, it's a natural next step in psycho-slasher innovation.
Go ahead if you have the guts.
Well, it's time for someone new to die.
These aren't just random killings.
There's something really scary about a guy with a knife who just snaps.
I hear you like horror movies.
It's for you.
Hello?
What do you get when you give Zach Galifianakis a monkey?
Is this some sort of trick question? Because I'm pretty sure the answer is a good time and a high five.
You lose. You get The Hangover Part 2.
Well, but what about Bradley Cooper or Ed Helms? I mean, they're in it too, you know.
Do you really want to annoy the guy with the knife?
That's a really good point. Guys, why don't you go ahead and check out The Hangover Part 2.
Hey everybody, here's some fun facts. The population in Thailand is 63 million people. It is twice the size of Wyoming. None of you know Stu like I do. I can't even tell you what we've been through because we made a pact. What I can tell you is this. This is not Stu's first marriage. There was a whore in Las Vegas a couple of years ago.
Time's up. You can sit down, bud.
Come have a drink with me and the guys.
Go and do me a favor. Take my little brother Teddy with you.
That is a great idea. Bring the kid.
All right, one drink.
You did it, buddy.
Sure did.
Cheers.
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 What the hell?
Oh, your hair is gone. No. Up.
I'm scared.
Stu, come on, get up. We got a situation.
Holy. Where are we? You're gonna freak out, but it's gonna be okay. Is it my teeth?
This is a real tattoo! Alan, what did you do? Did you roofie me?
I didn't do anything.
No! Oh, jeez!
It's a monkey.
Where are you guys?
I don't know. We woke up in some city.
Is Teddy with you?
They've been looking for him all morning.
I can't believe this is happening again. It's Laura's little brother. He's lost. We're not going back without Teddy.
We love to party.
All I wanted was a bachelor brunch. Chow?
What are you doing here?
What is my +1?
We had a sick night, bitches.
Check your pockets. There might be clues.
Chiang Mai Monastery. I don't remember any of this.
What is this, a P.F. Chang's?
Where the hell are you?
We're in Bangkok.
Holla, idiot squala.
Pull that monkey in! He's so strong!
Hold on, hey boys!
Oh my word! What is going on?
Hey guys, check it out. Alan, cut it out. When a monkey nibbles on a weenus, it's funny in any language.
You again?
What did you think of Movie Matt?
You know what? I cannot believe that I like horror films more than Movie Matthew.
Speaking of thrillers, Check out St. Louis native Tom Sandoval as he talks about his new film, Behind Your Eyes.
Oh, I will.
There's a lot of emotional stuff going on in this film. How do you prepare for it? Because it's kind of physical too, right?
It is very physical. I'll tell you, it really helps being with somebody that you know and that you can trust, you know, especially when you're doing things that are dangerous. But with this character in particular, I just had to get to the point where you could ask me anything about this guy.
The film just won Best Feature at the Canada International Film Festival.
Very exciting news. I was blown away. I woke up this morning, I found out. It's really great. I mean, it's great exposure, and it's right now it is currently being distributed in Australia, and we're looking at a limited theatrical release here in the States late summer.
Whoa, 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 wait just a second. There are rules to these kinds of horror films, and you, my friend, are not following a single one of them.
It's like when a virgin always stays alive to the end.
You know what? Not only is that another rule, but that is a life lesson, kids. And the third, actually, is never, ever, ever say, "I'll be right back."
Well, that's not the case with Scream 4. The rules have changed. But just to be safe, why don't you introduce Kenny Kine's new installment of Snap Judgment?
That is a fantastic idea. You guys check that out, and I'll be right.
Heyo! Welcome to another edition of Snap Judgment. My name is Kenny Kines, and I only review trailers because, frankly, whole movies remind me of your face, and I really hate your face. This week's movie is Rio, a delightful animated romp that follows a South American priest's descent into madness. That's not right. This movie is about a rare macaw that is shipped to Brazil to mate with what might be the last of its kind. So hold up, wait a minute. When a bird goes to Brazil to hook up, it becomes a billion-dollar children's movie. But when I plan a sex trip to Brazil, the only thing I get is a week in a Rio de Janeiro prison. Try explaining that to your mom while you're trying to convince her to send you $3,000. And trust me, the whole "I didn't know she was a he" defense only works for soccer players. This movie stars Jesse Eisenberg, Anne Hathaway, Jamie Foxx, and even though I write my congressman daily to prevent this, will.i.am. Now, I know, I'm sorry, I crack on will.i.am's acting all the time, but it's actually a pretty good thing to watch if you've accidentally swallowed poison. Now, the locale for this movie is Brazil, and it seems to present Brazil in a pretty good light. You get to see the beautiful beaches, the epic landscapes, the armies of homeless children. I can't honestly say I was too thrilled about the marketing for this movie. I mean, take a look at this poster. You couldn't get a more generic poster if you added a jar of knockoff brand mayo, a picture of Kenny G, and a pair of Pro Wings.
Blind is not what you think up here, it's what you feel in here.
You hear that, kids? Get that heart nice and strong so you can fly away when your father repeatedly tells you he doesn't love you, and you're the reason his band had to break up. So parents, gather your kids up, get them in the car, and take them to Rio. If you're into that sort of thing. I'm Kenny Kines from the Lou Crew. This is Snap Judgment.
You did not feel it in here.
You think?
Rio.
I was just kind of curious if you've ever had a trick-or-treater or showed up to a Halloween party where somebody was actually dressed in that costume, because it's a really popular costume.
All the time. I get them at my house in London, and it's always very entertaining to see their reaction to seeing me when they're wearing the ghost face.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. You know, when we made the very first film 15 years ago, we were all fairly new to this, and we knew the script was good, and we knew there was a possibility that it would do well. We had no idea how well it would do, but I do remember talking to Jamie Kennedy and saying, you know, there could be a costume next year, but we didn't really think that it would happen.
Well, Scooby, I think it's about time we find out who our mystery ghost face is.
Ta-da!
Well, look at that. It's the Kevin Bacon of the St. Louis film industry, Mr. Eric A. Williams.
How's it going, Melissa? You know, I know a lot of guys would like to slay you, but I don't think anyone really wants to kill you.
Well, I mean, unless they want to get punched in the face. Let's be serious. Till next time, guys, I'm Melissa Howland with WeAreMovieGeeks.com.
And I'm the Kevin Bacon of the St. Louis film community, Eric A. Williams.
And remember, when you go home tonight, you might want to sleep with a light on.
And don't do drugs, drink, or lose your virginity. You'll live longer.
It's true. See you next time, guys.